And welcome to Biztech's Community Conversations Show, the show where we engage community leaders to understand and highlight issues facing the broader community. Today, our conversation is with LTT Global and Get Employed Today, and its CEO and COO, Dr. Wemmel and Rani Wemmel. Hi, Dr. Wemmel, and hi, Rani.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Lina. So I've heard a lot of great things about you, but can you give us an overview of LTT Global and how you started?
Sure. I used to teach law previously, but in 2000, I resigned to actually spend more time with my children. And when they went off to school, and I finished my housework, I was free. And education has always been very close to my heart. So I was thinking that, maybe I could do lessons through the phone, like use the SMS platform. And I started crafting lessons to teach English in the 160 characters. And I sent it out to my helper. And I said to her that every day she should receive this and she writes it down and uses the word that she learned. And, before the next day's lesson comes. So I did this for 90 days. And after 90 days, I actually observed her using some English words. And also she coined some sentences. So that was like very interesting phenomena for me. I said, wow, it does work. So then I did an experiment. I actually, before that experiment, I actually prepared lessons in basic, inter, and advanced, saying that, I used Bahasa actually to help people learn so that they don't think English is difficult to learn, and inter with a little bit less Bahasa but more English words, and advanced is all English. So after that, I advertised in Harian Metro and in Cosmo at that time, and people actually subscribed. It was 10 ringgit a month. And I had good feedback, like I used to receive SMSs from people who said, terima kasih puan, kerana puan saya dapat belajar sepatah dua. That was so heartwarming. And then we continued because lots of people subscribed to the service actually, different levels. We had some directors of companies as well using it for their advanced level, because we all know a lot of words, right? But we don't use them. But when they see, and then they tend to like use those words. So that was good. And later on, we went to the banks because banks started internet banking, and we thought maybe they can offer it to their customers. And we were well received because 4 banks actually came on board, and later TMNet came on board as well. So they offered it to all their subscribers. And one of the success stories is a boy from Kuantan, Pahang, who was doing his SPM. He subscribed for the advanced platform, and he scored A1 for his 1119 English paper. Wow, that was very, very good. We were so excited. We told the Mnet, so they had like an award ceremony for him, but they also gave us a preferred learning partner title, so that was very good. The same year, we also won recognition from GSMA in Macau for being top 50 innovators for this program. So that was how I started from my dining table. And thereon, we had an opportunity with Open University Malaysia, where they had students from China who was doing hospitality with them, but finding difficulty with coping because it was conducted in English. So we offered a pilot program for all the students, right? And in 6 months, the students were able to cope, and they were able to follow the program. So we took the opportunity to ask Open University Malaysia if they could certify this program as, a good program for English proficiency. And they said, yes, if somebody subscribes it for 12 months, we can do the exam and they will certify the program. So that also was the world's first mobile learning certificate. And it was verified because we conduct the Asia Pacific Mobile Learning Conference to create awareness to people how they can leverage on mobile devices to, besides just calling and messaging, mobile devices is a powerful tool. So we use this conference to reach out to companies and individuals. So there, we bring speakers globally here to Malaysia, and they also, when they heard this story, they verified that this is the world's first certificate. Thereon, as technology evolved, we also evolved. We have a very varied learning platforms now. Our vision from day one was accessibility and affordability for everybody. So our world-class curated learning platform is recognized by United Nations and also by OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation Development, as a proven building capacity mechanism. So that's our humble beginning.
Wow.
Lina, I must tell you that thousands and thousands of people have gone through this program.
Wow. That sounds, it's quite an extensive, program and process that you've gone through so far. So when did all this start?
In 2000, I started from my dining table, as mentioned, but 2004, we were officially a Sendirian Berhad as my husband and CEO came on board to say, okay, let's make it official.
I see. Oh, wow. Okay. So we can now observe from, the growth of LTT Global. So how about Get Employed today? How did you start that and how was it funded?
Lina, actually, this is quite an interesting. When first, the 18th of March, when government introduced the first lockdown,
right?
I was thinking, Malaysians are very immune. So, we are quite doing well. In few months' time, we'll all be okay. But then when the lockdown continued on, and then, the white flags came in.
Yeah.
And I had few friends call on me, said, hey, we want to go and deliver food. Would you like to come? So I went along. The first door that they knocked on to what they call deliver, a family, came out. And then they're looking at us, and then, we gave them food. The man who received the food, his tears came down, That really melted my heart. I said, oh, this is devastating. And then when we spoke to him a little bit, and he said the family has not eaten for 2 days.
Oh, wow.
All right. And so then we went along to give a few families, and, the situation was the same. So I wanted to know, what can, as LTT Global can do. So then I realized that this pandemic is not just a Malaysian pandemic. It's actually a global pandemic.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know what is happening in other countries. So one of the case study I was able to get was Germany. Germany did a study on their people, and they found out during this pandemic, 14 million people has gone to poverty line. They were surprised. How come? How come the other people are able to get employed, and why not this 14 million? This 14 million are able to get odd job, those say then it's okay. But now those people with, this 14 million have not upskilled themselves. So the issue was because they did not upskill themselves, they are not able to get employed. No matter the government is what they call helping them, they said if they want to get out of this poverty line, they must get employed. So they are now looking at how to get upskill these people. Then I was looking at other countries. I look at America. America issues are almost the same. And then a lot of the people in America don't want to fill up their resume. And because they have not upskilled themselves.
And the term that they have coined there is called FOUR, F-O-U-R, fear of updating resume.
Oh,
it's an official term. Yeah.
All right. So then we told ourselves, okay, which means people need help.
Yeah.
And the numbers were growing, August
in
Malaysia, 764,900 people officially are already unemployed, or are let down or let go. So we was asking if these people want to get back to work, there's a few things was happening. One, just because of this pandemic, the world, stopped for 2 years, but the technology did not. It had a big leapfrog.
Yeah.
And more company realized that they have to digitalize. They have to go, So which means upskilling was the important thing.
Yeah.
So that is where we realized that, okay, we asked ourselves, okay, we call a meeting on our LTT team and ask what can we do? So we say, let's call on our teams, all our partners. We call on our partners from universities, people we know who can able to support us, on stress calls, or, and then, once they are trained, okay, the next question I was asking, people got no food. And then you want to train them for 1-2 years. Training is a very expensive affair, no?
Yeah.
So I told that this must be a special program. So we put in a program for anybody who goes on this program for just 6 weeks. They were able to what you call get themselves up here and able to what you call, and then we have got partners there who's already also on board. They can able to go and look what kind of job they are interested in.
So it sounds like LTT Global sparked this whole idea from looking at how the pandemic really sort of wrecked so many lives out there right now. And it sort of looked like Dr. Wemel and Ms. Rani, both of you came up here and said, hey, there's something needs to be done. So that's where Get Employed today came in. So what are your focus areas with Get Employed today?
Question, Lina. We are only focusing on 2 groups. One is people who have lost job. The other one is graduates who are unemployed. This is the 2 focus group that we are looking.
So with these two focus groups, what has been your execution strategy in order to tackle these different focus areas?
Okay, we have actually we have called about a few people, on this what they call come aboard, where some of the government agencies have come and joined us. Universities have joined us, partners, industry partners have also already has come and joined us. And there are quite a lot of stories, that whatever we have done is out in the media and social media that you can able to see.
Yeah. So for me, just to add, so like the government agencies, they also have database of job seekers who have registered with them. So they will actually help us to create awareness and get the job seekers to come and sign up on our platform for the program. At the same time, like universities also are our partner universities. They are also reaching out to their alumni because among them, there will be some who would have lost jobs and who may need this as well. But again, they also have this database of their unemployed graduates. So these are the people that we are reaching out to.
Okay. So there's a lot of people now, especially at this moment after you've mentioned the pandemic.
Lost job is very huge number.
Yeah, exactly. The numbers are huge.
Yes.
How it's a great deal for them to upskill themselves and then later on get into the employment scene. So can you share with us the process on how individuals can start learning and then straight to employment after that? How is your process like?
Sure. So we invite them to register at our website first, and then we will go through all the applications and we will send them an invite letter to join the cohorts, right? So the cohorts are planned on every first and third Monday of the month, provided that the sufficient funding comes in and we'll roll it out. Or if there's a public holiday on that week, then again, it's moved forward to the following Monday, right? Right. So how this program runs is we actually read a report by the International Labour Organization that said that those people who are unemployed in these last 2 years especially, they are classified as inactive, not unemployed. Reason being, they have tried many times and they've got rejected. They are disappointed. They have lost their self-esteem, their self-confidence, their social skills, and they really don't believe that there's hope or there's a better tomorrow. They're really very down, really feeling very down. So if you want to give them training, you must make sure that you take care of all the other circumstances surrounding them for them to actually get back on their feet, right? So when we did this, we call it the Employment Readiness Program. We have put into place 2 to 6 weeks of training, which is mandatory. It covers the in-demand skills that companies and businesses look for. But while they are doing that, we also have partners in place that provide wellness support. Like if somebody needed to speak to somebody, or they have an issue and they want just a ear to somebody to listen, it's 24/7. Partners have come on board to offer this as well. And besides that, we also have put a forum on our learning platform because we want them to interact. Besides encouraging peer learning, We also want them to make new friends and, you know, communicate. We'll monitor to see how the communication goes, like, you know, when they're writing, we'll understand their level, and also that we can put programs in place to help them with communication skills. And that part of forum is purely a indirect social skill building tactic. And then we have like mastery classes that go on as well every alternate week. Mastery classes are where we have invited experts to share skills or knowledge that will help our participants to either monetize the skill, or if they are employed, to use that skill, and they'll become more valuable in that organization because of these skill sets, right? We also have in place knowledge sharing webinars where we invite, you know, people like our partners, our sponsors, our guests to speak, right? It has several components, the knowledge sharing webinar. We have people who tell about their success story, like how they went through and everything. So it's called like an inspire slot. Then we have like thought leadership, where they actually tell what's happening. So when these people, they know what's happening now and a certain area of expertise, all this is shared. So it's a very holistic structured program where they go through, and like, so after 6 weeks of mandatory program, they choose their career path, whether they want to get employed, whether they want to do freelance, whether they want to start a business, right? So based on these three, we guide them. Like if they want to get a job, we have hiring partners in place and they can submit their CVs and all. And if they want to do freelance, we connect them to platforms that actually offer jobs and gig jobs and all that. So they can use that. The third one is if they want to start a job, business, so they actually get connected with agencies that actually support entrepreneurship and startups, and also we connect them with mentors. And all of them, no matter which path they took, they are monitored for 12 months to see their career growth or business growth. They also have continued access to the learning platform to do just on time learning. So assuming they went to a job and they needed Excel advanced, you know, for maybe big data or something, they can go in and they can learn. There's no stress of money or time for them. They can pick it up and they can move on. Similarly, it's also indirectly to encourage lifelong learning. So that's how the whole thing is work. It's 2 to 6 weeks to get them ready and back on their feet, and a continued monitoring to make sure that everything is on. And our partners who provide mental wellness and all the other partners in place, they're all with us for the whole year.
So you have partners who, you know, first, like you said, monitor their mental health, and also partners where you link them up into employment as well. Do you have any other partners you would like to share that you work with?
Oh yeah, sure. We are actually happy to say that when we came on and we shared with friends and partners and government agencies, we actually had quite a few. Like when we launched on 9th of September, our soft launch, we had close to like 22 partners in place, you know. So may I read them out to you?
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Asia Pacific University as our partner, who's helping us with certification of the program, as well as career guidance and counseling for them, so that for interview skills, preparing resumes, things like that. We have Multimedia University with us, who actually helped us with our launch video, and also they are doing knowledge sharing sessions with our participants. So the first mastery class will be a video editing by their facilitators. Then we have Digital Biz Institution, who actually is helping us with getting participants, as well as digital marketing. They are doing a mastery class on digital marketing. We have iVentures, we have Niagasoft, we have Machine Niaga, who is a hiring partner. EventX is actually providing us the platform for our webinars. Then we have got H2L, who's actually helping us with the wellness part. It's not mental wellness, but overall, right? Anybody who just needs to reach out to talk to and all, they can
I must stress here a little bit here. People are unemployed.
Yeah.
They are actually really stressed.
Yeah.
and sometimes they're not able to speak to their own family.
Mm-hmm.
So this service, now we really think is very important that they are 24 hours, that they can call in to anybody and talk anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm.
And then we have PCOM, the National Association of Computers, right? And then we have, and PCOM actually has adopted our Get Employed.today as one of their impact projects, and they are doing crowdfunding on incitement.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, on
And
incitement.
then we have Party Comedy Rakyat, a young group of stand-up comedians upcoming, and they also like this project, and they did several videos to help us create awareness, and those videos are available on our websites as well. And they are also helping to do crowdfunding for this project. Right. And then we have got Study Germany. What they're doing is our mastery class, they're doing basic German. They're giving them basic German, and they're also our hiring partners. So if anybody wish to go on to Germany to get work, and they can just liaise with Study Germany on that. And then we have got like Shamron Digital helping with digital marketing. We have got Skykey, who's a partner, who's a hiring partner and talent partner, because they have this software that once the participant actually fills the resume in that app, it actually sort of like directs them to the relevant employers that is seeking for these kind of talents, right? Yeah. Then we have got an author who's written books on resumes, done lots of workshops and all, and who wants to actually teach our participants both digital publishing, like how to do ebooks, right? And also on resumes and interview skills. And she's so excited about this as well. And we've got media partners on board like Kumpulan Karangkraf, Sina Harian, Usaha Nusantara, Super Newsroom, Newsstream Asia, Marketing in Asia, and New Malaysia Herald. And that's all for now.
It sounds like quite an extensive list of partners. So you have one from the learning, helping with all the lessons. You have one for managing health, and you also have one for your, moving on, the transitioning towards getting employment. So it sounds like a very full, proper process to go through. So let's start talking a little bit about money. So what sort of annual budget do you have to disperse, and how is it allocated?
Okay, so this is our first year, and we are targeting to have a minimum of 5,000 people go through this program. Okay, so the cost for 5,000 people would be 2.5 million. And every month we will have 2 cohorts running. So as and when the funding comes in, we will release the participants to the program.
So, and on top of that note as well, corporate governance, like you mentioned, once you have your funding, and then you will get these students to go into their program. So corporate governance is something that donors are usually very concerned about. So what are the measures that you have in place to ensure that donations are given and spent wisely?
Sure.
The first thing what we have done is any money which coming for this project is actually we have opened up a separate account. So therefore, it's very clear that, in the event of anything, people can able to see it, where the money is gone, how it has been spent. So that is done very clearly. So nobody to fear about it.
And also for the last 17 years, we have been totally a self-funded company. We have not got no money from nobody. All the impact projects we did is through our own funds that we have done. We have helped refugees, we have helped special needs children, we have helped women and youth programs. We have done several programs. Thousands of people globally have been impacted, from Nepal to the Syrian refugees to even in Malaysia, the special needs people. We have done many projects. We even have blind people who use our platform to upskill themselves, right? But this particular project is the first one that we have come out to ask for help, because it's a nationwide impact project, and we believe that it's something that needs to be done. So we are not a not-for-profit, or we are not a NGO. We are a normal company, profit company, but we are doing it as our corporate social responsibility for the nation. And we want all Malaysians, everyone who's listening especially, to come on board, whether you're Malaysian or not, but let's, for humanity's sake, right? Let's all come together to help these people to reset their lives and at the same time rebuild our economy. So that's the purpose of this project. And like Dr. Wemmel has said, because this is a special project, we have opened a special account for this, and all monies that go into it will be actually disbursed responsibly, and everything will be done properly. And even like sponsors, like corporate sponsors who come on board, or individuals who like entrepreneurs who want to support, we have programs like our sponsorship levels. We give back to the sponsors a lot of things for their branding and everything. So it's like a win-win all the way. Participants win, sponsors win, and LTT also.
You have mentioned all the things that you have done so far. So can you just share with us a little bit on what has Get Employed Today or LTT Global has achieved so far?
Okay. Right now, what we have done is we have put our websites, they're all up and running. The platform, the learning platforms all have been redesigned to cater for this particular project. We also have partners all in place. So the most important thing that we need now is actually funding to run the program. Yeah.
So Lena, to make it more clear, we have personally on our own have spent all this money to what you call to get the website running, get our partners ready and everything, because we believe this program will be a success, because Malaysians are always, you know, when people needed to food, they never ask government, anybody, they go on their own and support.
Mm-hmm.
And after listening to what we are doing, and it is for the people, I'm sure they'll do it.
Yeah. Also, the other thing that we have achieved is, in a sense, we have put our impact project in such a way that it powers 7 out of 17 sustainable development goals. We power. Yeah. So when we talk about the 7 goals, we're actually talking about SDG 1, which is no poverty, SDG 2, zero hunger, SDG 3, SDG 4, quality education. And quality education means that no one is left behind. They have access to learning, it's inclusive, and encourage lifelong learning. That is SDG 4. So we fulfill that as well. And SDG 8 is decent work and economic growth. SDG 13 is climate action, and being it's 100% online. We don't use paper because it's e-learning, so we don't cut trees. There's no traveling, so there's no carbon emission. And we were also recognized in iGEM in the Expo as a Go Green program. So yeah, so and the lastly, SDG 17 is all about partnerships for the goals. And that's where we come out and we say, come on, let's partner, you know, together we will all achieve SDG goals.
That's very true. And together, definitely, we will achieve more. And like what Dr. Wemmel said, is also, it's a program by the people for the people. So how can we do our part? How can we do our part?
Okay, so like we have mentioned earlier, financial sponsors, we welcome them. We have different levels of sponsorship, like from bronze, which is like 5,000 ringgits, right up to premier. We also have premier is actually 250,000. And then we have white label, meaning that if there's corporates who want to do CSR, but they also wish it to be like their CSR, right? In the sense that we will give a white label platform to them. So it's all their branding and everything. Only thing, like once the person has registered, they will go onto our learning platform. But the look and feel and everything is as per the corporate, as how they would like it, right? So we white label it for them. Secondly, we also want promotional partners, like people who are into media partners, people who are influencers, YouTubers,
bloggers,
right? Bloggers, whoever who like this project and want to help us make it a success. They're all welcome to join us as well. And partnership in kind, we also welcome, like if there's any service or any products that will add value to our participants, we welcome them to come on board as well.
And we ask volunteers.
Yes. Yeah. If there are anybody who would like to come and volunteer, they can write to us telling us of what they wish to do, skills they have or their expertise, so we can channel them into our mastery classes. Or we also need facilitators for our cohorts and managing the forums and things like that. So we will actually put them in the relevant jobs or duties as per what they share with us their skills are.
So now that we know the processes and the different areas where we can move or help our people, how do you need to get yourself funded, and how much are we talking about here, Dr. Wemmel?
Okay, first of all, let's look at, before talk about money, we are looking at training about 5,000 people. In order to train these 5,000 people, we need a minimum about $2.5 million.
Ringgit.
Ringgit. Sorry, it's not dollar, it's ringgit. And then if there's more fund, which if we receive, then we will be able to train more people.
Okay, so if you would like to make a contribution, please check out on the description box below for the bank account number and all that. So Ms. Rani, you also mentioned that there are some other partners who do crowdsourcing for you.
Yes, we have actually two partners. One of them is PCOM, who has adopted our GetEmployed.today as one of their impact projects for this year. And they are using the Incitement as their crowdfunding platform. So the website to go to is www.theincitement.com/channel/1521/projects. And I will give it to you so that you'll be able to share it in the descriptive box as well.
Okay.
And the second partner is actually Parti Komedi Rakyat, who is also doing crowdfunding. And for them, they can directly bank it into LTT Global Communications Sendirian Berhad's bank account at Bank Simpanan Nasional. And the account number is 1418-0411-0000-5044. So I will repeat that again. 1418-0411-0000-5044. And I'll share that with you too, Lina.
All right, thank you very much. So we've come to the end of this session. So any final thoughts before we end this conversation?
Yes. In order to get these projects successfully, we need everybody to get involved. Without their involvement, it will be a challenge. So therefore, I call on everybody who are listening. After listening to this, you can share with other people. Please come on board. We can do this. Again, what Malaysians used to do the best.
And also we wish to thank Biztech, Brian and your good self, Lina, for having us on your show.
Thank you very much, Rani and Dr. Wemmel. So yes, as Dr. Wemmel said, by the people, for the people. So you know how to contribute. The links and all that is in the description below. So thank you for taking the time to be on the show, Rani and Dr. Wemmel. I'm Lina, and I have been speaking to Rani and Dr. Wemmel, COO and CEO of LTT Global and GetEmployed.today on Biztech's Community Conversations Show. This video will be posted on our Facebook and LinkedIn websites, as well as our website, www.biztechasia.com. So please subscribe, drop us a like on our Facebook pages and LinkedIn pages. With that, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a good day, everyone.